Hi folks, Puffin here with your Antifa News Brief for September 30th, 2021. Just been talking about Gabby Petito, the search for her boyfriend who apparently killed her, and how, in my view, from my intuition, he is part of this Trumper terrorist incel network that I've seen plenty of evidence from on Facebook, and how it indicts Facebook for allowing and promoting that wing of our culture. And I've seen it in other platforms too. I think Facebook is the worst one for promoting it, but I've seen it enabled and allowed in other platforms as well. And so that's why I think that he's part of this incel terrorist network. Here on YouTube, you've seen, at least recently, a big focus on Fresh and Fit and Anna Quinn Fitness, because she exposed them as being basically terrorist, incel, rapist incels. That's one brand. There's red pill, there's black pill. The red pill are rapists, the black pill are terrorists. They'll try to sell you those terms in a more palatable context, but that's what it is. So this is the terrorist network that we're taking down. And so, yeah, thank you to Anna Quinn Fitness. Thank you to everyone who's called out and exposed any of these individual terrorists, even if it's just been from their personal experience. It will feed into this network, which is why I'm making this in a video about Gabby Petito. And rest in peace to Gabby Petito and George Floyd and Philando Castile and Elijah McClain and every martyr of this movement against police brutality, because it's this incel wing of it, murdering women, is just a wing of it. You see the crossover in, I think it was Arizona or New Mexico, a police officer who lured a girl from Boston to go hiking with him, murdered her in the mountains. They do this and they get away with it, not just in uniform and on the street, but in private and through social media. So we're going to root all that out and call it all out. And my impression is this: the way they've conducted the Gabby Petito thing, the search for her killer, has been enabling him, not really trying to catch him. And it's very similar to what they seem to be doing with the Trumpsurrectionists from January 6th. So this is an indictment upon the FBI and brings in where you need to investigate the FBI and see which members of the FBI, because some of them are obviously on the side of these Trumpers and are enabling them, and on the side of these terrorists and incels, enabling, just like the police officers are enabling their fellow police officer who kills women for fun. And that's not just, in that one place in Arizona. That's something that's going on like a phenomenon, like a virus, like a Trump virus, all around the country. We need to root it out everywhere. And these are just two different wings of the same evil, Nazi, fascist, genocidal evil that's been foisted upon us by Trump, obviously, as the point person here, but also by Putin and Facebook. Putin using Facebook and Zuckerberg. They're all in on this, but it will come back to them, and we should take it back to them, but we need to take it apart piece by piece. We need to address it in everywhere. So thank you again to everyone who comments and exposes and comes out with information about these people, so that we can round them up. But this does include police and FBI. We need to investigate the FBI to see whose side they are on as an organization and whose side their members are on. But it could be very much like the Border Patrol and ICE that just need to be completely abolished. We probably need to arrest the members of these organizations because they've been a terrorist group and authorized authority terrorist group, authority approved terrorist group in America. Police have, to too much of an extent too, not all of them of course, but they're all part of a bad system that allows some departments to be like that and some officers to be like that, and all that needs to be rooted out. So that's been the focus of the Black Lives Matter movement. But when people realize this common connection and common bond that they have as victims, the women who are victims of this incel terrorism, and all of us are victims of this incel terrorism, and all of us are victims of this Trump terrorism, trying to spread the Trump virus, and especially certain communities, but really all of us, victims of enabled police officers, emboldened police officers with qualified immunity. And to that extent, victims of the political class that won't change that. So all of these things are part of the same thing that we're going to address together, and part of ending militarism, war, and oppression entirely, ending capitalism even in the world. So we're going to do that together. See my book, The Book of Judas, the BLM prequel, The Art of Betrayal by God, for more information about this, or see my videos. And please join in comments for conversation, because too many trolls are the only ones who have found my videos so far. But now that you found them, thanks for finding, sharing, and nice to meet you. I'm Puffin. See you soon.